And so I'll just give a 5 minutes update to where we are in our budget, because we got news from the state and from different parts of where we look at the budget. So Greg, next one, please. Next one. So the good news is that the teachers' retirement system final ECR means employer contribution rate is 9.8. Originally, we thought it was going to be 10%. So that's a reduction of $67,000 in the budget. We had 2 teachers' retirement. That's a reduction of $124,000. And then state aid decreased, but decreased very little compared to other school districts. It only decreased about $160,000, which is less than 2%. In general, it was about 20% the reduction in state aid for the whole state. That means that we did pretty well. That ours was only decreased by 2%. Next. So under the status quo, in January 6, we talked about a budget of $84.6 million. Now we're down to 84.1. Compared to last year is an increase of $2 million, $2,044,000 compared to $2.4 million in January. So we're talking about a percentage increase of 2.5%. The preliminary tax levy is $49,340,000 compared to $49,587 in January. So it's a decrease compared to January 6 of half a percentage point to 6.5. Next. So if we stay under the status quo, our tax levy calculation will be the following. Our state aid, like I said, went down to about $160,000. Our non-property taxes will be $34.8 million. Our proposed budget, 84.1. 49.3 in our proposed tax levy. Going forward, I expect an increase in budget of 2.4% the next year, and then 0.6% the following year, and an increase in tax levy of 7.3 and 6.1% the following year. Next. Under the Princeton plan, in January 6, we were talking about $82.7 million. Now we're talking about $82.2 million, an increase of $135,000, and a percentage increase of 0.2%. The preliminary tax levy is 48.2 compared to 48.3, and an increase of 4.2% in the tax levy compared to 4.4% in January 6. And that's my update for tonight. So I think that what is important is, again, there's a substantial difference between the Princeton plan and the status quo in the proposed budget. The reason why the status quo tax levy is not higher is because we're putting a lot more fund balance under the status quo budget than under the Princeton plan, and that is because we're trying to avoid peak and valleys and try to keep it as smooth as possible. So now I'll take any questions if you have any.
Looks like we don't have any questions, Enrique. Thank you.
I just want to remind the board that basically by the end of the next month is when the board is going to vote for the budget that we'll present to the community. So we have basically 5 weeks, and I'm encouraging everyone, the board, the community, to ask questions. So when it's time to vote, everyone is comfortable with what was presented.
Okay, thank you.